Hi everybody, it's Bert from Seasoned Gaming, and we're back with another Dragon Grip controller review/installation video. Now, one of the cool things is now we have an Xbox kit, and I'm going to be showing that right here. So Dragon Grips, if you haven't been to their site, Dragon Grips for you, or you can find them on Amazon. Both of the links will be in the description, so if you're interested in this product, make sure to click on that link. And then on the other side, we have a brand new kit for the PlayStation 4 controller. So we did have the original kit that they came out with. This is the newer kit, which a lot of people are pretty excited for, and it's really, really good. We reviewed this a while ago. I've enjoyed using that. This is a newer kit that they have, and the pricing is fantastic. So you're looking at $9 for this kit during the month of March. So we only have about another week and a half or so, and then after that the price will go up just a tad. But overall, great reviews. A lot of people like it. The cool thing about this grip is it not only takes care of the outside and the back, but it also takes care of all your buttons and your bumpers and triggers, and that's on both controllers. So if you buy something like a competitor like Control Freaks or something, you only get the outside grip, so when you're holding on to something, it's only going to be the outside. So that's one of the things that I guess is a advantage for Dragon Grips. Another thing that's pretty important on this entire product is that it's not a thick and spongy type product. It's more of a grippy. If you have sweaty hands, if maybe you have a little kid that's maybe throwing their controller around or it slips out of their hand, this is going to be the product for you. So we're going to jump in here and actually disassemble the actual package. We're going to install it for you. We're going to do both. If you did want to look at the original video that we did on the original Dragon Grip PlayStation 4 controller, we will have it linked in the top window right here if you want to take a look at that. But let's actually take a look at the Xbox controller first. So I'm going to put that in the middle here, and I do have the PUBG controller that we've upgraded with our magnetic thumbsticks, which is always kind of fun. But I like this controller a lot. It's my favorite standard controller, mainly because it's got a lot of cool little PUBG callouts, but also because it's got textured triggers, which is really cool. And it is the latest type of controller that they have, so it's pretty cool. It's got some cool paint. But let's get this open. And first of all, what do you get in this entire package? So let's take a look at it. Oops, boy, that a little too aggressive. So you get a couple cool, I guess, stickers that you can get with Dragon Grip. You can stick them on anywhere. One of the cool things that I saw is one of these was put on the top of a controller, or you can put it here, maybe on the back in the battery area. So maybe if you have a standard controller color, you can put it back here. It's kind of cool. But one of the cool things about this controller is that it'll look a little more rugged once we install these. But another little sticker. Here you have instructions, so if you are following along with a phone or something that'll read the QR code, you can actually just shoot your QR code reader on here and it'll give you a full installation. It's pretty easy. But let's take a look at what is in the actual piece here. So you have, depending on what's the best way to see this, you have two pieces, so you can almost tear this across if you want, but you have the left and the right. And if you take a look at them, you have the left bottom inside, left outside, and you have like an idea of where it's going to. So one of the things that will be kind of cool to do is let's actually just flip it the way it's supposed to be. I guess if we do that, let me actually take these triggers off so we aren't sitting kind of weird on it. But let's have that lay back. Now, another thing that might be useful for you is to maybe take it easy when you're looking at the trigger backs over here. You can actually take these pieces off. But one of the cool things about this piece is that it will cover the inside and the outside. A lot of these, I guess, controller upgrades will only cover the outside or maybe just the front. But let's actually get started on this. So let's start with the left. So I'm going to fold this in here. Start with the left side. So this is going to be the left bottom inside. So if I take this over here, it's going to be the left. Now, one other thing that's important, I'll try to make this a little bigger for you guys, is it also has joystick tops. So if you look at this piece up here, you won't be able to see it until I pull this out, but you have some joystick pieces, and those literally will go on top of your joystick, depending on how you have your joystick. So if you want extra grip on your joystick, which I am going to do on this one, very useful there. You have something for D-pad, so maybe your finger's slipping from the D-pad a lot. And then you have all your normal buttons here, but then you have another upper triggers on this side too for the right. So it's pretty much an entire kit, which is really cool. It's not something that is very simple and doesn't have that. One thing that I will say is on the buttons, I would not put any of the grips on here because it'll kind of tear your fingers up a little bit because it's so grippy and so sticky. If you're hitting this a lot with a game or something, you will feel kind of annoyed by that. It'll kind of tear your finger up. So depending if you have sensitive fingers, the same with the D-pad. If you are playing maybe a platformer or something that uses the D-pad a lot, would not put that on there, but maybe you do want to. Maybe you have super sticky fingers. We will take a look at that. So let's start with the front. So left top. I'm on the left top, and that's going to be this piece here. So let me see if I can find it. It is kind of cut in here, kind of funny. So it's kind of stealthed in there. So here we go. I got the piece here. Okay, so one of the cool things about this is it's kind of cut in a specific way, and if you start from up here, you're not really sure where you're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the controller a little bit and line it up to the edge of the controller is the best way that I like to do it. So in a weird way, this is the left, and this is the left piece of the controller. I'm going to start from the bottom here and actually just kind of go up. So let me get that edge. Okay, I'm going to start pushing down. And I've done a couple of these types of things, and just be careful when you're sticking these on controllers, because if you don't like the applications, sometimes they're really hard to get off. So one of the things here that Joel has advised us is when you get it on there, make sure you feel good about that application. So I'm going to just kind of spread from the edge here, and I'm just going to go across. And it should go right to the edge there, so you can see it's already going right to the edge. And if you get these little, I don't want to call them bubbles because they're not really bubbles, but if something starts to lift up a bit, that's okay. Now, what you can do with those is if you have a hairdryer, whether it be, you know, your hairdryer, your girlfriend's hairdryer, your wife's hairdryer, whatever it is, those all kind of work for what you're looking for. So now I've got this one on here, and it's just, I have this little $10 one I found at Walmart that could be useful there. But if you get those bubbles, that's what you can just push these out. You can also just kind of push them out and you kind of get what you need on there. So I have a little bubble here. I'm trying to push it out. It's not coming out as good as I'd like, so I'll probably go back to it. Maybe I'll push a little more on that a little bit later, but I'm just gonna keep going. There is the left front right there. So that's the left front. Actually that's called left top. Let's do the right top. So I'm gonna pull this one here and top right. Let me pull this up here. That's right here. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna turn this a little bit and I'm gonna try to follow the edge of this to kind of give me a good application to the front. Make sure you guys can see that okay. And that'll just follow that line. So got that on there, and I'm just gonna push out. So make sure you are getting a good application. This one here. Go back a tad. That is cut there on the bottom just for you, so you can kind of get that curve in there. If you don't get that curve in there, application is not going to be perfect. So if you're super anal about stuff like that, once again, you can just lift up with a hairdryer and come back to it. So mine is not 100% perfect there, but it is really close. And the way that I would have kind of got that line to attach is I would have pushed this out a little bit more. So there's the front. So the front has been applied. I'm really happy with that. Once again, we've tried these already with the PlayStation 4 controller. This is the Xbox One, so this will take care of this part of your hand. Will feel pretty good. Let's turn this over to the back. So left bottom inside, the thing you can think of, it's going to take care of this spot. So depending on what you're looking from. So let's do left bottom inside. Okay, coming up really easy. So left bottom inside. Okay, so you can kind of see the shape happening already. So what you want to do, okay, so in this one, I'm just taking my time here because I wanted to kind of map out my next move here as to how I want this to look. So same thing, I'm going to start at the edge here. And I want to line it up as best as I can here. And I'm just going to push down, follow the lines that are right in front of you. So just follow the line of the controller is almost the easiest way you can kind of just think about it. Not any more complicated than that at all. So here you go. See how that's connecting there? All one big piece here. Push down as good as you can. And now I have this fully on here. So once again, all I did is follow the line at the top all the way down. You can kind of see a little lift off right here. Just massage it in there. That's all you got to do. Give it a good little massage. Okay, gonna push out all the little corners. Make sure that you're not covering any areas like the battery part or any of your inputs. The last part is left outside. So let me get this piece off the left outside. And I'm just gonna pull from this corner here because I can see some daylight in that paper. There we go. Come back out this way. All right, so make sure you rip off properly. So let's take a look at this one really quick. We're going to get a little bit of a turn here. So once again, you can kind of see the shape happening. So this was going to come here all the way around here, and it's going to come down. So I'm going to start actually in this corner at the top, and work my way down. Get as close to that area as I can, so I can kind of see myself coming there. Okay, and at the bottom, I'm just going to have that connect, so you can kind of see this whole side is now put. So this is all kind of coming together in one little area. And when you're doing this, make sure you don't let go of the piece to where it sticks where maybe you don't want it. So now I've kind of connected this. This is all one piece. And I'm going to kind of spread out this way. I'm going to kind of spread it to where it's going to spread in an application that I'm happy with. So moving along. Now all I have is this last little piece. And I'm gonna get these bubbles out once again. You don't want these bubbles. These will drive you crazy when you're trying to play. Let's see if I can lift off. There you go. You're gonna want to push down there. Good buddy. All right. Okay, so we've got it all connected. So we've got one side completely done, just for the grips themselves. I'm going to not actually spend time doing this just for sake of length of the video, but I'm gonna come back to this in just a second and put them all together. Okay, so that is the controller put together. I did fast forward through quite a bit there just to make sure that we didn't spend too much time on I'm kind of OCD about this kind of stuff, so I always like to go super slow and kind of get it good, but I didn't want to take you along that trip because you'd be watching forever. So we'll probably do an entirely different video with the PlayStation 4 application, but this is going to be just the Xbox One. So you can see I'm still smoothing out different areas that I'm not 100% happy with. And I will come back to this with the hair dryer. So you just put some heat, let that, kind of make it hot, and then you'll be able to push out those things. Now the other things that I mentioned, and let me just put these sticks back on that you can add, is you can actually add the Joystick Tops, which are going to be up here. Let me see if I can find them. They're going to be just little bitty pieces. So if I want to just add that inside here on the Xbox One controller, you can kind of see how that's going to go here. So immediately you got the grip there. You kind of want to clean this off a little bit, just to make sure you don't have any of your finger oils that you may have had on there before. If you have the issue of sweating, more than likely your sticks may be a little dirty, or whatever. Just have some skin. See, this one's not even sticking on there very well. But that's okay. That's to be expected with this kind of stuff. But if you have a new stick, make sure you kind of clean it up a little bit before you put it on. So there is these. You can kind of see what those look like. And then if you want, you can. They do have stuff for your upper triggers and D-pad. So D-pad would be right here. I'm not going to put it on this one just because I like the way the D-pad looks on this PUBG controller. And then I like the textured sticks that I have already. But then if you have some that you want to add to your bumpers, so your right and left bumper, 4. Those will be on here as well. And then you have them for each individual controller button. So right here you have these buttons, a bumper here, and then on the other side you have a bumper here. So that's it for the Xbox controller. I will say this is fantastic. It is a bargain at $9, $10, $15, whatever you end up buying these for. They go to a good cause as well. So one of the things you just want to mention here is there's Dragon Grips itself. Once again, $9 for the remainder of the month of March. Take a look at them. You can get them from Amazon, or you can also get them from their site, which is Dragon Grips for You. So we will be doing a long-term test on this, probably in 3 to 6 months, like we do a lot of our other videos. But like I said, this actually looks fantastic on the PUBG controller. I really like it. It's a great look, and I will be testing this, making sure nothing is falling off. Some of the other, like I said, competitors, the glue or adhesive, whatever they use, does come off over time. So take a look at them. Links in the video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch us on the next one.